In the last part, we saw how Elizabeth Short's body shocked Los Angeles. The crime scene was unlike anything police had ever seen. No fingerprints, no witnesses, and no clear suspect. The city was terrified, and the pressure on police was exploding. But what happened next made this case even darker. Los Angeles in the 1940s was not just movie studios and fame. It was power, money, and secrets. Elizabeth Short was seen around Hollywood insiders, producers, wealthy men, people whose names never appeared in police files. Not because they were innocent, but because questioning them could destroy careers. Several witnesses claimed Elizabeth mentioned a man who could take care of everything. Someone influential, someone untouchable. Investigators quietly noted the tip, then did nothing. No follow-up, no public record. The lead vanished. Some detectives believed this crime involved more than one person, one to control, one with medical knowledge, one to clean and transport the body. A team. This would explain the precision, the lack of mistakes, the complete absence of evidence, but proving it? Impossible. Over the years, entire police files went missing. Photographs, interview notes, evidence logs. Some records were destroyed intentionally. Official reason? Clerical error. Unofficial truth? No one knows. As theories grew, Elizabeth herself disappeared from the narrative. She became a headline, a nickname, a mystery. But she was a real person. A young woman chasing a dream who never got the chance to grow old. Justice was never about solving the case anymore. It became about control. Too much time has passed. Too much evidence is gone. But more importantly, some truths are too dangerous to fully uncover. The Black Dahlia case is not just unsolved. It's unfinished. Elizabeth Short's killer was either incredibly intelligent or incredibly protected. Maybe both. And until every hidden file is opened, the Black Dahlia will remain America's most haunting mystery. Do you believe this case was buried on purpose? Or was the truth simply lost to time? Over the years, many men claimed they were the Black Dahlia killer. But here's the terrifying part. Some of those confessions were believable. After the murder, police received dozens of confessions. Men walked into stations saying, "I did it." Some wanted fame, some were mentally unstable, some wanted attention, but a few knew details that were never released to the public. Still, every confession was dismissed. Why? Because none of them fit the official narrative. Investigators admitted something unsettling. The Black Dahlia murder was far more sophisticated than most crimes of the 1940s. The killer left almost nothing behind, controlled the body completely, outsmarted police at every turn. This wasn't luck. This was intelligence. After 1947, similar crimes were reported across the U.S. Women found posed, bodies cleaned, scenes staged. Were these coincidences or copycat crimes inspired by the Black Dahlia case? Some detectives believed the original killer inspired others, or continued killing under different circumstances. The FBI quietly reviewed the case. Their files revealed leads LAPD ignored. Suspects never questioned publicly internal disagreements, but much of the FBI's involvement was never shared with the public. Some documents remain classified. Why? No one knows. Witnesses died, suspects disappeared, memories faded. Time became the killer's greatest ally. Every year that passed made the truth harder to reach. Until one day, solving the case became nearly impossible. What if the real mystery isn't who killed Elizabeth Short, but why this case was allowed to collapse? Neglect, fear, or protection? Maybe the system failed her, or maybe It was never designed to save her. Elizabeth Short's voice was silenced, but her story wasn't. As long as questions remain unanswered, the Black Dahlia will never rest. And maybe that's exactly what the killer wanted. For decades, people believed one thing: this case is too old to solve. But what if that belief is wrong? In 1947, DNA testing didn't exist. Today, it changes everything. Investigators believe biological evidence may still exist. Old items could contain touch DNA. Even microscopic traces can now speak. The problem? Most original evidence is lost or locked away. Experts say potential DNA could exist on the letters sent to newspapers, envelopes and stamps, preserved photographs, personal items handled by the killer if tested today. One match could rewrite history. But permission to test these items has never been officially granted. This method solved cases like the Golden State Killer. DNA is uploaded to public genealogy databases. Family trees are built. Suspects emerge decades later. The Black Dahlia case fits the pattern. So why hasn't it happened? Because no confirmed DNA sample has been released for testing. Cold case experts have requested access. Requests were denied, delayed, ignored. Some believe authorities fear public embarrassment, exposing past mistakes. Revealing protected individuals, the silence feels intentional. If genealogy testing happens, the killer's relatives could still be alive, living normal lives, unaware or aware, and silent. The truth could destroy generations. Solving the case would bring closure, but it would also reopen wounds, expose failures, name names. Some believe justice was sacrificed for peace, but Elizabeth never had peace. The Black Dahlia case is not dead. It's dormant, waiting for one decision, one test, one truth. And when that happens, the past may finally speak. Do you believe modern DNA could finally expose the killer? Or has too much been lost forever? After decades of chaos, false leads, and missing files, one theory remains, not the loudest, not the most popular, but the one that explains almost everything. Some investigators came to a quiet conclusion. The killer was not an outsider. He knew police procedures, media behavior, how evidence was handled. He understood exactly how far he could go and still walk free. This wasn't just intelligence. This was inside knowledge. The killer had time privacy. A controlled environment. Elizabeth's body was cleaned, transported, placed deliberately. That suggests a private location. No fear of interruption, a place where screams would never be heard. This wasn't random. Elizabeth was vulnerable. She trusted easily. She moved between worlds. Some believe she knew something. Others believe she trusted the wrong person. But most agree on one thing. She was chosen because she could be controlled. According to this theory, everything happened in one night. No chase, no public struggle, just calm manipulation. By the time Elizabeth realized the danger, it was already too late. The killer never panicked, and that's why he never made mistakes. The investigation didn't fail all at once. It failed slowly. A missed interview here, a lost file there. A lead quietly dropped. Each small decision protected the killer a little more, until the truth became unreachable. The most frightening possibility is this. The police may have known who the killer was, but proving it would have caused chaos. So the case stayed open, unsolved, silent. Elizabeth Short didn't disappear. Her story was buried, under files, under silence, under fear, and until every question is answered, the Black Dahlia will remain America's most haunting secret. Do you believe the killer was known but never exposed? Or is the truth something we still haven't imagined? After everything you've heard, one question still remains. What does justice look like when the truth may never come? Who was with Elizabeth on her final night? Where did the crime truly happen? And why were critical leads allowed to fade? These questions don't haunt the past. They haunt the present. Because unanswered questions are not just mysteries. They are failures. Justice doesn't always mean a courtroom. Sometimes it means telling the story truthfully, acknowledging mistakes, opening sealed files, letting evidence speak. Even now, a single decision could change everything. But it hasn't happened. The Black Dahlia case isn't famous because it's shocking. It's famous because it represents every case where the system failed, every victim whose voice was lost, every truth buried for convenience. Elizabeth Short became a symbol, but she should never have had to. Before the nickname, before the theories, before the obsession, Elizabeth was a person. She laughed, she hoped, she believed in a future. She deserved more than to be remembered as a mystery. She deserved to be remembered as human. We can't change what happened in 1947, but we can change how we remember it by choosing truth over myth, respect over rumor, humanity over spectacle. That is the real legacy of the Black Dahlia. The case remains officially unsolved, but Elizabeth Short is not forgotten. As long as people ask questions, as long as stories are told responsibly, her voice continues. And maybe one day, the silence will finally break. What do you believe justice looks like after 75 years? And how should we remember Elizabeth Short?